Ambassador Zeftar of the Kron Empire stood before the massive holographic display in the Galactic Council chambers, his four arms gesticulating wildly as he delivered what he believed would be humanity's death sentence. The assembled representatives of 47 species watched with varying degrees of anticipation, fear, and curiosity. The species known as humans have violated 17 separate galactic treaties, Zeftar announced, his voice echoing through the crystalline dome. They have colonized restricted sectors, interfered with developing civilizations, and most egregiously, they have refused to acknowledge our authority over their primitive system. The Vorthon delegate, resembling a floating jellyfish of pure energy, pulsed agreement. Their expansion rate is unprecedented. In merely 2 centuries since achieving faster-than-light travel, they have established colonies in over 300 systems. 347, actually, corrected Dr. Elena Vasquez, Earth's sole representative, from her modest seat in the gallery. She spoke without standing, her voice calm and measured. But who's counting? A ripple of shocked silence swept through the chamber. No species had ever interrupted a formal council proceeding, let alone with such casual irreverence. Zeftar's mandibles clicked in irritation. You see, this is exactly the kind of insolence we cannot tolerate. Humans believe they are exempt from the natural order of the galaxy. Natural order? Elena finally stood, smoothing her simple black diplomatic uniform. At barely 5.5 feet tall, she was dwarfed by most of the alien representatives, yet somehow commanded attention. You mean the order where the strong dominate the weak, where entire species live in fear of displeasing their betters? The hegemony representative, a massive crystalline being named Shard Who Cuts, resonated with what passed for laughter among his kind. The human speaks of fear, yet her species numbers barely 12 billion across all worlds. We hegemony alone number in the trillions, Elena smiled, an expression that had unnerved alien diplomats for decades. Numbers. You always come back to numbers, don't you? Tell me, Shard Who Cuts, how many of your trillions have ever looked up at the stars and thought, I could go there? Irrelevant philosophical meandering, Zeftar interjected. The Council has made its decision. Humanity will cease all expansion, surrender 70% of its colonies to Kron administration, and submit to regular inspections, refuse, and face the consequences. The chamber fell silent. This was the moment they had all anticipated, watching another upstart species crumble before the might of the established galactic order. Elena's laugh started as a soft chuckle, but grew until it echoed off the chamber walls. Other human delegates, watching via quantum entanglement from Earth, began laughing too. Soon, the sound of human laughter was broadcasting across every human settlement in the galaxy. You find our ultimatum amusing? Zeftar's voice carried a dangerous edge. Oh, incredibly amusing. Elena wiped a tear from her eye. You want to know why we're laughing? It's because you still don't understand what you're dealing with. She activated her portable holographic display, showing a star map of human space. You see expansion and assume conquest. You see colonies and assume exploitation. You see our refusal to bow and assume arrogance. But you're looking at it all wrong. The map zoomed in on a small, unremarkable system. This is the Kepler 442 system. The Velthari abandoned it 3,000 years ago after their colony failed. Uninhabitable, they said. Too harsh, too unpredictable. We now call it New Montana, and 2 million humans call it home. Another system appeared. This is where the Zephyrians tried to establish mining operations. They gave up after losing 3 ships to impossible gravitational anomalies. We've been successfully mining there for 50 years and call it Haven's Rest. Elena's smile faded, replaced by something far more unsettling, complete confidence. You want to know humanity's secret? We don't see impossible. We see not yet figured out. Every world you've deemed uninhabitable, every challenge you've called insurmountable, every problem you've labeled unsolvable, those are just Tuesday for us." "Bravado," scoffed the Nexus representative. "Pretty. Words will not save you from our combined fleets." "Combined fleets?" Elena's laugh returned. "You mean the same fleets that haven't fought a real war in 1,000 years? The same fleets that rely on established hyperspace routes and conventional tactics? The ones currently surrounding our defenseless outer colonies?" Zeftar's eyes narrowed. "What are you implying?" "I'm not implying anything. I'm stating facts. Right now, as we speak, your overwhelming fleet is discovering that humans don't fight like other species. We don't line up our ships for honorable battle. We don't follow your rules of engagement. We don't even fight where you expect us to." Alarms began sounding throughout the council chambers. Emergency communications flooded in from across the galaxy. Reports of simultaneous strikes on Kron supply depots, hegemony administrative centers, and Nexus communication hubs. Not from massive human fleets, but from small, seemingly civilian ships that had been dismissed as merchant vessels and exploration craft. "Impossible," breathed Shard Who Cuts. "Our intelligence showed human military capacity at less than 5% of our own." "Your intelligence was correct," Elena nodded. "You just made a fundamental error in understanding what constitutes human military capacity. Every human colony ship doubles as a potential warship. Every merchant vessel can become a bomber. Every explorer carries enough firepower to level a city. We don't have a military separate from our civilians. We are all the military when we need to be." The reports continued flooding in. Human colonists had simultaneously disabled critical infrastructure across dozens of worlds. Merchants had activated hidden weapons systems and taken control of major shipping lanes. Scientists had somehow managed to hack into and shut down orbital defense platforms that were supposedly unhackable. "This is impossible," Zeftar repeated, his confidence cracking. "No species can coordinate across such distances with such precision." Elena's smile returned, but now it carried the weight of absolute certainty. "You've never dealt with a species where every individual is raised to think independently while working toward a common goal, where every human child grows up reading stories about impossible odds and miraculous victories, where the most popular entertainment involves ordinary people doing extraordinary things." She gestured to the chaos around them as alien delegates frantically tried to contact their homeworlds. "You asked us to surrender. Earth laughed because you offered us a choice between submission and war, never realizing we had already chosen a third option, evolution. While you were debating our fate, we were becoming something new. The Galactic Council chambers, seat of power for 3 millennia, descended into panic as the established order crumbled in real time. Elena began walking toward the exit, her voice carrying over the chaos. Humanity doesn't surrender, and humanity doesn't conquer. Humanity adapts, innovates, and perseveres. We don't want to rule your galaxy. We want to explore beyond it." She paused at the chamber doors. "The offer stands, by the way. Any species tired of the old ways, tired of being told what's impossible, tired of living in fear, you're welcome to join us among the stars. We'll teach you how to laugh at the impossible, too." As Elena left, the sound of human laughter continued echoing through the chambers, a sound that would haunt the dreams of galactic overlords for generations to come. The age of human expansion had only just begun.